So I'm here at Amoeba Music Berkeley with Elith. How are you doing, man?
Pretty good. Getting over a cold.
Oh, yeah?
I had to spin from like 1 to 3:30 the other night, and I was ready to go to bed at like 11.
Where was that at?
At Calix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just doing the radio.
Cool. Good radio station.
But yeah, getting better. I'm like almost 100% now. It's got some cool new releases for you.
Yeah,
here.
so what do we have? I'm seeing a lot of new titles here.
Jet Life just came out today. That's Currency's crew. It's got dudes like Smoke DZA, Fiend, previously of No Limit Records. You remember, like, Master P's crew?
Sure.
Trademark the Skydiver, and of course Currency's on there, and a bunch of other dudes.
Yeah.
And sort of just collecting the crew. So, fans of Currency, you should definitely check it out.
Okay.
It's going to be more of on the same label, Ski Beats label, stuff like that. It's going to be pretty dope. Actually, I guess the Hip Hop was behind this one. It's the Hip Hop title. Not bad.
Okay.
This dude's great. Senor Caos. You ever heard of him?
No, I haven't actually.
He's a dude from Atlanta originally, by way of New York.
How is it pronounced again?
Senor Caos. I think he likes to
Because it
call
looked like it would be chaos, but it's chaos. Okay.
Yeah, right. For the Caos effect, as they call it.
Okay.
He used to roll with Binkus Rex down there. I don't know if you remember Binkus. They were a great crew out of ATL, sort of known for their fun hip hop styles. And Jax actually passed away, the main dude from the group. He died on stage, performing in the middle of a set or something.
Really?
It sounded really crazy, but he was a talented guy. This is very much in the spirit of Jax. He's got a
J-Live
track
on there, I see.
Yeah, he's got a track on there called Spirit of Jax, actually, and it's got J-Live is on there, Binkus is on there, Fresh Daily is on there, and it's produced by this dude Illustrate, who's actually a really good producer from New York. Forget what other group he's part of, but I know he's done some tracks for J-Live before, too.
So this is atypical from the usual ATL sound. It's more on the
it's got some of the grimy New York stuff in it, too.
Right.
But it's definitely, there's a lot of homages to the ATL as well.
I appreciate he gives his DJ doing the cuts love on the cover, too.
It's a very old school looking cover,
Yes.
I'll also say about this album that the first track, The Understanding, is one of the strongest openers I've heard on any hip-hop album this year.
Okay.
It's it almost set the bar too high for the rest of the album to me. But it's a really dope. It's a really dope album, and I love it. But it was that track. I was so floored by it, man. I had to rewind it twice or 3 times just to re-listen to it. You know? Who else we got here? We got Eli and Amp Live, new album flying off the shelves right now. You're gonna definitely have to list that as the #1 bestseller, I think.
Okay.
It's competing with Doomtree, actually, which is still doing really
and this
well.
is the compilation one, right?
This is not a compilation. It's a full crew album.
Right.
It's an actual cohesive body of work from everyone in the crew.
As one group, okay.
Actually, it's interesting you mentioned it sounds like a compilation because, or reference it as a compilation, because their album before this, which was excellent, their self-titled album, definitely had a sort of compilation vibe to it, where it felt like, it was tracks from many years sort of compiled into one thing. But this one feels like this was recorded in a week in a log cabin in the woods, and it's everything feels very unified on it. It's got all the tracks have a similar kind of vibe to it, very futuristic kind of punk vibe.
Yeah.
And really, really ill stuff. But yeah, about the Eli and Amp Live.
I haven't heard this yet.
I have listened to it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn good.
I mean, I wouldn't expect anything less than great from those two guys.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Eli is... I don't check for all of the living legends anymore, but Eli's stuff I'll always check for, because he always brings something really interesting. I feel like the Grey Crow album was great. It's too bad it's out of print now because of sampling issues. Don't think they're going to get in trouble with sampling issues for this one, because Amp Live is very, very much about imposing his own music.
Exactly.
It's very synthetic, and I was impressed by the beats on that too. I'm not always into Zionized stuff, but I think the Amp Live did a really great job with some of the beats on there.
So I see ODB, a reissue of this,
Oh yeah,
huh?
That's a pretty nice Christmas gift, actually. Thinking of buying this for one of my relatives who's really into these boxes, but it's actually a wallet that's got, the ID card, ODB ID card, and it's got a laminated food stamp card, a tour poster, extended artwork with liner notes, etc. And for the Woo fans, it's got an extra disc of tracks from the ODB Return to the 36 Chambers era, which I'm sure that people will want to scoop up. I mean, a lot of it was maybe previously available on vinyl singles and stuff like that, so maybe some of the hardcore heads will already have all that stuff, but I think most people will probably want to check it out just for that. Pretty decently priced at $25.99. I mean, for like a big like package like that, it's kind of like you do that.
This is new too.
Yes, Dregs. I wanted to definitely plug Dregs over here. This is a local release. Dude's from San Francisco, previously part of Gas Mask Colony. I know he still rolls with those dudes a bit, but very talented individual. That album is one of the best written hip hop albums I've heard emerge from the Bay Area in some time. He really put a lot of thought into making his lyrics like socially conscious. You read in the liner notes, he just talks about how he really wanted to make this album because he's been working with youth and like he wanted like to sort of like build with hip hop on a community standpoint. And he really did put a lot of thought into it, and I was impressed, very impressed by the lyrics. He also did most of the production on there, and it's pretty solid. So I recommend checking that out. One of the best local releases.
A wake-up call.
Get in a minute. I'm gonna write a review for it, put it up on the Bay Area Hip Hop display over there.
Cool.
Recommended Bay Area hip hop. Who else we got? We talked about Action Bronson stuff yet?
No.
Probably not. This guy is a buzzing name on the New York hip hop scene. Produced by Static Selector. You heard of him? He's kind of.
No, I have. Yeah.
He's very similar to Ghostface Killah. In fact, so similar that it sounds almost identical to Ghostface when you're listening to it, which might turn some people off. But seriously, if you're a fan of Ghostface, I would definitely recommend at least giving Action Bronson a listen because I actually saw him live at 330 Rich, and he's like, even his persona is so similar to Ghostface, it's like uncanny.
Sounds like he's like an understudy.
I know, it's like an understudy or something. I mean, he must be homaging it or something like that, or like, I don't want to say he's biting or anything, but like, it's definitely like very, very similar to Ghostface. He was actually on the last Wu-Tang album on a couple songs, so you may have even like mistook him for that. You got the new Yellow Wolf, Radioactive. What can we say about that guy? He's definitely some trunk music.
Right.
If you like trunk music, you're gonna like Yellow Wolf. Really
cover.
nice cover. It's on Shady Records too.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Eminem signed the dude. And we got MOP with Sparta. That's the new MOP album produced by the Snow Goons, actually, which is a pretty strange combo. I haven't listened to it yet, but kind of curious about it. As I recall, the Snow Goons are European producers. They're produced for like Jedi mind tricks and stuff. I think they reside in Sweden or something like that. And could be an interesting combination. We'll see. There's the Mobb Deep album, Black Cocaine.
Okay.
That's brand new. It's an EP of new Mobb Deep tracks produced by such people as Alchemist and Havoc, who I really want to hear some new Havoc beats because he was always underrated as a producer, in my opinion.
And you finally got.
And we got the Childish Gambino
and it's
back
doing
there.
well here, right?
Well, yeah, did really well. He's one of the members of that show Community, if you know the show Community. And I'm sure that he's pretty interesting. I haven't actually listened to it. Kind of similar in style, maybe a little bit to Drake, but with stranger beats, say. Kind of on that soft, nerdy hip-hop tip. And what else do I have here?
How's Latif doing?
Oh, Latif's doing great. I mean, he always does.
Did you go to
really
the show?
Well over here. I didn't go to either of the Latiric shows.
Yeah.
No, I was kind of under the weather, unfortunately.
Okay.
I meant to go to those. We got some interesting stuff in from New York here by a group called The Connection. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but it's this dude Smooth and a dude Puss. And they formed this group called The Connection. Brought it in here on consignment. I guess one of their homies lives in the Bay Area.
Okay.
Brought it to us, but I listened to some of their stuff, and it's pretty good. It's similar in style to Blue. If you really like Blue, it's very smooth, relaxed, but like confident deliveries, jazzy hip hop beats.
Right.
I think that fans of Blue will find a lot to like there. And saving some of the best for last here. We haven't priced these yet, but we did get in the new Doom Tree on wax.
Oh.
This is very limited. It's probably going to go out for around $21.98 or so.
Okay.
Double LP with the digital download card. It comes with a free poster, which we also have in the back.
Right.
This is a super limited collector's item. They only pressed up like 1,000 of these. Ordered it straight from Laserbeak himself. Doesn't have a distributor or anything, but really great stuff. I mean, this is definitely like an album worthy of your attention. You should check out. And there's one more. I don't know if we covered this one, but Doomstar
No, we didn't.
Serato.
I was looking at that. Nice.
Yes, this is the first single from the long-awaited Ghostface Killah and MF Doom collabo album.
And picture
with
disc, no less.
Picture disc with remix by Mad Villain, aka Madlib and MF Doom, and it's a Serato control vinyl. you want some Serato.
Oh, it is. Wow.
So yeah, so it's like a double. That's why the cost is $21.98. Seems steep for a single, but it's most of the cost is in the Serato vinyl.
So has there been one like that before, or is this the first?
We've had
single.
Yeah, we've had the Dilla Donut Shop.
Okay.
LP was kind of in that fashion, and we've had some ones from Wax Poetics too.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So,
I like it.
For sure. I think that covers it.
Okay, Elid from Amoeba Music Berkeley, thank you so much, man.
Peace.